All right, welcome back to Almost Above Average. I am Chris McIntyre, and today America is juggling a Trump State of the Union, a tariff mess, a government shutdown that's literally targeting airport lines, and the US is out here blowing up boats in the Caribbean like it's the Call of Duty. Let's break down what actually matters and where this is about to hit your life. First up, tonight's State of the Union. Trump's going in with a Supreme Court loss, a tariff mess, and a country that's like, bro, we are tired. Local outlets are already teeing it up. He's going to talk about immigration. He's going to talk about the economy. He's going to talk about tariffs. Basically the same 3 songs on repeat, just a new playlist cover.
President Trump preparing to deliver his State of the Union address tonight, where he's expected to talk about immigration, economy, and those tariffs.
Leaders from both parties and other important figures are set to be in attendance for tonight's speech, though some Democrats have already signaled plans to boycott.
While few details have been confirmed for tonight's State of the Union address, the president's latest public comments and his posts on Truth Social may suggest what the nation can expect. There is one thing the president has made clear.
And this is the test run for his whole 26 message. But here's the problem. Polls show people don't trust how he's handled the government this first year back. And the Supreme Court literally just said, you can't do tariffs like that, my guy. You can't.
The Supreme Court's ruling on tariffs is deeply disappointing, and I'm ashamed of certain members of the court.
So tonight, you've got the same guy who was just ashamed of the Supreme Court, now standing in front of them pretending everything's fine. If side-eye could kill, that first row of justices would need Secret Service protection. And of course, he's going to brag about the economy. We are the hottest in the world right now. The hottest in the... Are we the hottest in the world despite all of the data that says the opposite? Huh?
So important is for everything else President Trump says tonight, there's a process. We can work the process and there's time to respond. But for geopolitics, that can change in an instant. So obviously keep an eye on what he says there. The other is tariffs. He's going to double down on tariffs. I don't think you're going to see any new information coming out from tariffs.
Analysts are literally saying, yeah, the numbers on paper are one thing, but people are feeling the squeeze. And the translation is, you can't State of the Union your way out of people seeing their grocery bills, or their material bills, or their insurance costs. As a small business owner, I don't care what the White House graphic says. I care about what my materials cost and what my customer's bank account has. Meanwhile, you've got a partial government shutdown hitting Homeland Security, and instead of quietly fixing it, they went straight for the jugular. Airport lines. Over the weekend, DHS said we're suspending TSA pre-check and global entry because of the shutdown. And travelers collectively said, no, you're not. So now they've walked that part back.
Well, continuing coverage tonight of the partial government shutdown.
TSA pre-check will stay open, but DHS halted another popular fast-track travel program. DHS is walking back its weekend plan to suspend TSA pre-check after criticism and confusion from travelers and the industry.
This is like your boss saying, we're cutting your pay in half. And then a day later going, good news, we're only going to cut a quarter of it now. Aren't we generous? No, you're still a big fucking problem. And all this is happening while Trump is about to stand up tonight and talk about protecting working families. Bro, working families are just trying to make it to their gate without aging 10 years in the TSA line. Now, here's the story that should be way bigger than it is. The US military is blowing up small boats in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific, killing people we're told are narco-terrorists based on evidence we don't get to see. CBS and NBC both report at least 3 people killed in the last strike, around 140 people total killed in this campaign since last year. And Southern Command is posting 10-second explosion clips like it's a promo for the next Michael Bay movie. Southern Command says the boat was transiting along known narco-trafficking routes and calls the dead men narco-terrorists. But they don't show evidence. They don't get Congress' explicit sign-off. And the Democrats are already saying this looks like an extrajudicial killing at sea. If another country was blowing up boats near our coast with this little transparency, we'd be like, that's an act of war. But when we do it, it's Tuesday. So here's the real State of the Union, at least how I see it. We've got a president about to sell you a feel-good story about tariffs and border crackdowns while the courts are slapping down his tariff power, the Supreme Court. Travelers are collateral damage in a shutdown fight. The military is dropping bombs on boats we never get to ask about. And regular people are just trying to keep their bank accounts from redlining. This isn't left versus right. This is, do you feel like your life is getting easier or harder? And if it's getting harder, are these people on TV actually helping or just giving you a better lit speech about it? And if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. Please hit subscribe. I'll be watching the State of the Union tonight so you don't have to, or so you can watch it with a little more context. Drop a comment with what part you want me to break down in tomorrow's episode. Tariffs, immigration, the shutdown, or boat strikes. I'll do either one of them. Hit like, subscribe to the Almost Above Average podcast, and I'll see you after the speech. Have an amazing day, night, morning, whatever. Peace.